Hello, Roy Dowse here from Cano Piano, and today we're going to look at CPE Bach Solfeggio.
Cano Piano, cultivate, create, communicate.
So here it is. It goes a little something like this. So this piece then is prestissimo, so really quick. It is in the key of C minor, so I'd recommend that you get used to playing in that key with relevant chords. And we have 4 beats in a bar. So the form of the piece is, well, it has a little return of the theme or elements of it a little bit later on in the piece, so it looks like it's pretty much through composed. At the start, what I'd recommend you do with this piece, and any piece that has lots of 16th notes like this, it can be a real challenge to just feel confident in every single note. So the first thing you want to do is, play it from beginning to end a couple of times to get a sense for what's involved. But from there, what I'd recommend you do is actually play through the piece, accenting every single note. Here it is. For example. And then once you've gone through the whole piece like that, then try the same thing again, but this time accent every other note. For example. And what we're doing here then is compounding it in units of 2, or multiples of 2 rather. So it is accenting every beat, accenting every 2 beats, and then now we're going to accent every 4 beats. There we have it. You can see we're already starting to get some speed into this piece. And this is a really good way to be able to learn a piece like this that has got that modo perpetuo thing going on. Modo perpetuo is a term that you usually associate with Baroque music for like a motoring rhythm, a rhythm that never really kind of stops. And in this case, it's 16th notes that are kind of motoring all the way through this piece. It can require quite a lot of concentration to perform that well. But when you use that technique of accenting every beat, every 2 beats, and every 4 beats, then it's already very much in the fingers, and that really frees you up to be able to play at a comfortable speed and with accuracy. Now, if you're still struggling from there, what I'd recommend you do is you take some time to either pause on certain beats or accent different beats. So, for example, if you are trying to get a little bit of speed into this, you might want to pause on the first beats of each bar and then go quickly and do a speed burst into the next unit. So for example, it'd be like, there it is. And from there, then, you should find that you can compound those out and maybe do them in sets of 2. For example, it'd be like, and maybe from there, then sets of 3. And you can see there that speed's really starting to come. If you're still finding it challenging, then you can go back to accenting different beats. For example, this time we'll accent every 3rd beat. Excuse me, let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1. And then maybe every 2nd beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Then every 4th beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And what that's doing is it's getting me really confident on every single note. And that will make my playing really even and just give me that confidence and control to be able to play this quickly. And you hear that's already there. That's pretty brisk now, pretty exciting, and somewhat close to, if not on the prestissimo tempo marking. So that's a really handy technique. It'll just take your technique from there to there. And on the topic of technique, this is a great little piece for developing your technique. You know, if you really gravitate towards more romantic pieces, like, for example, Edward MacDowell's To a Wild Rose, which I recorded a tutorial on recently, you know, that's a beautiful, beautiful piece, and it's really moving. You know, luscious melody in that. If you gravitate towards a piece like this, and, you know, you haven't necessarily played a lot of Baroque pieces like this is a great little piece for you, which will just really help your technical control. So let's see then. The other consideration is you could consider this piece by looking at the chords and the scales in harmonic analysis. So we're in the key of C minor, and we start here very much in the key of C, still C minor, and then G major here, C minor, and then here G major, basically. Back to C minor, G major, then back to G major, and playing it through like that so that you're actually playing the chords rather than the broken chords can be a really good way to just kind of guide your ear, and also, how do I put this, rather than kind of playing, you know, 1,000 different notes or so it can seem, you're actually playing the chord, and then it makes it easier just to play the broken chord, in which case you're just breaking that up. So instead of, you know, I'd recommend actually going through the whole piece again like that, just playing all the chords as full chords, not broken chords, and then maybe going back just like I did there and breaking them up. Because again, it's giving you something to kind of hold on to, you know? If you kind of feel that this piece is off to the races and you start it and you're like, you know, oh my goodness, and you know, that keeps happening with it, as I'd imagine is quite common with this piece. Yeah, it's because, you know, you just want a little kind of structural sort of pillar to lean on, you know? It's like, okay, I'm going to kind of go from here to here, and then I'm going to, you know, lean on this, I'm going to go from here to here, almost kind of like interval training or something. Those structural pillars, I think, really help with this. Now, if this is you, and you're already quite familiar with this piece, and you feel like, yeah, you know, you just hit the nail on the head, okay, a couple of useful techniques there, thank you, I'll try those. But, you know, I've tried those, and then now I find that I'm still kind of, you know, it's all tumbling down whenever I come to these scales, you know, what's going on? Well, it could be a bunch of things. You know, you want to make sure that you are playing this slowly and metronomically, first of all, that your scales are really even, that you're exercising finger independence, that you know your scales really well. If this is kind of new for you, you might want to check out our practice technique course on these things. But if you're pretty good with all those things, then I think what you'll find is that just taking more time before you play to imagine what you're actually going to do will really help. So for example, at the start here, you know, I'd start first of all with my hands down by my side, make sure my posture is good. I had my hands on my knees then, I'm just hearing the start. And this is what every concert